example 1, I have a order. Sorry about the glare from the window. I have an order of 800 milliliters of IV at 125 milliliters per hour. So I want to know, how long is it going to take me to infuse this? So what I'm going to have to do is take my order, which is 800 milliliters, and set up my conversion. I'm solving for time, so that means the hour needs to go on top. And that puts the milliliter in bottom. And I can take my red pen and say, boom, boom, milliliters reduced. I'm left with hours. I did great. 800 divided by 125 is 16 hours. So it's going to take 16 hours to infuse this whole thing. That's if and only if nothing happens, patient doesn't pull it out, something, they get sick, or anything causes it to stop. If everything works out great and it goes smoothly, it's going to take a full 16 hours to complete that volume at this rate. So there's no need to put anything here in the place. In the canvas, all you would put was the 16H. You wouldn't put anything for the minutes. But if so, if it did come out with minutes, then you would write 16H and number of minutes, however it worked out. Anyways, that's example 1. Example 2 says at 15:30, which we know that's 3 p.m., right? 3:30 p.m. hours. The nurse starts this medication at 2,000 milliliters of IV to run at 125 milliliters per hour. So we're wanting to know what's the infusion time. So we're going to have to do it the same way as we did the one above it. We're going to have to take that volume, which is 2,000 milliliters, and we're going to have to set up a conversion. And in this next conversion, we're going to take this flow right here of milliliters per hour. We're going to solve for hours, so hour goes on top. And my milliliters reduced, leaving me with 2,000 divided by 125. It gives me H. And when I divide that out, it leaves me with 6.4 hour. Well, you can answer it that way, but that would not be a proper way of answering it. We'd say 6H. And, well, we need to figure out what the minutes are. So we're going to take the 0.4 hour, and we're going to use another conversion. I know in 1 hour, and I'm going to put it on bottom because I need the hours to reduce. In 1 hour, we have 60 minutes. The minutes is on top, which gives me minutes as my end result, so yay, I did this right. So now I have 0.4 times 60, which is 24 minutes. So it's 6 hours and 24 minutes it's going to take to infuse this 2,000 milliliters at this rate. Now we want to know, what is the completion time? This is if and only if everything goes smoothly, nothing goes wrong. We want to know if they started it at 15:30, which is 3:30 p.m. If they started it then, what time will it be when it ends? We know it's going to be 6 hours later when it's going to end. So what I'm going to do is take that 15:30, take my hour. Remember, in military time, the first two numbers is the hour, so I'm going to put a 0 in front because it's just 6. If it was 16, I would put a 1 in front. And 24 hours, so I'm going to put the 24 at the end because it's minutes, and let's add it up. 0 plus 4 is 4. 3 plus 2 is 5. 6 plus 5 is 11. Carry the 2. 1 plus 2 is... or excuse me, 1 plus 1 is 2. I said the answer. Okay, so 21:54 is actually within the 24-hour window, so there's no more work needed to be done with this. So the completion time will be 21:54. Now, guys, if that was 25:54, then we would have to do some work here, and I've done that in a similar video when I talked about time. So if you're having troubles with these, go to that video and watch it. So now let's talk about example 3. Example 3 says we have an order of 1,000 milliliters, and the doctor says infuse this 1,000 milliliters at 8 hours, or for the next 8 hours. But he didn't tell you or she didn't tell you the milliliters per hour, the flow rate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to take my volume. Oops. My writing is sloppy. Please forgive me. 1,000 milliliters, which is my volume, and I'm going to divide it by my time. Right? And then, so I'm going to say 1,000 divided by 8 is 125 milliliters per hour. So that's what we'd have to set it at.